Almost 2 months after its release, the new Monster Hunter installment has been a massive success. Since launch, it has already sold over 10 million copies. While it has received quite a few valid criticisms, such as performance issues, and yes, in my case, the game runs a bit poorly. One of the things that really caught my attention was people saying that Monster Hunter Wilds is the easiest Monster Hunter game ever made. Most of the people saying this in a negative tone were so-called video game reviewers. And yes, I say that in quotes because, let's be honest, for a few years now we haven't been able to take most of them seriously. Of course, this was all before the game was even released. And once I had the game in my hands and gave it a try, what happened? Were they right? Yes, but also no. I want to explain this more thoroughly, so if you're interested in hearing my opinion, stick around for the video. But before we begin, I'd like to remind you that if you want to support me so I can release videos more frequently and slowly dedicate myself to this, you can donate through Ko-Fi and Patreon. I'd be incredibly grateful, just like I am to the channel's very first Ko-Fi supporter, Gross Jojo. Now, back to the video. Is it true what people are saying about Monster Hunter Wilds? Is it really easier than all the previous games? Well, I don't really think it's as easy as people claim. I believe it's more about the fact that most of us already have more experience with these kinds of games, so facing the monsters in this new entry doesn't feel all that complicated. This idea was also well explained by Pakinov, a Spanish-speaking Monster Hunter YouTuber. Another big factor is that Wilds is a much more dynamic game, even more so than Monster Hunter World. It feels like a blend between Monster Hunter Rise and World, which in my opinion, is a great decision. And I know I'm not the only one who noticed that hunts in Rise were also pretty short. At least in low rank. Surprise, surprise, Monster Hunter Wilds also starts off in low rank. I'm not the most hardcore expert in the series, but even I could tell that Rise was already heading down that easier path. And again, I don't think that's a bad thing. On the contrary, it helps more people get into the series. Low rank in these games is more of an extended tutorial, a long intro to get you ready for high rank, and, in the case of DLSIS, Master Rank. That's where the real challenges begin. If I remember correctly, in Monster Hunter Rise, the big shift from low rank to high rank was marked by Magnum Hollow. And in Wilds, before reaching that transition point, you already get to face some seriously tough monsters like the apex predators of each region. The apex predators of each region are Duna in Scarlet Forest, Ray Dow in Windward Plains, New Udra in Oilwell Basin, and Jin Dahad in Ice Shard Cliffs. And these monsters are just the warm-up for the two that push you into high rank, Arkfeld Guardian and Zoshia. These two give you a little taste of what's coming. In high rank, you'll face monsters like Arkfeld, Gormagala, and the tempered versions of many of the ones you already saw in low rank. Then, with the free update at the end of March, we got Mizutsune and the return of Zoshia, this time in high rank. So no! Monster Hunter Wilds isn't an easy game. It's an accessible one. It's made so that both new players and veterans can enjoy it without getting frustrated and quitting halfway through. Unlike that other game, I've got lots of videos on here. And at the same time, it still brings solid challenges as you progress through the story. I knew this might be a shorter video, but really, that's all I wanted to say. I don't consider myself an expert in Monster Hunter by any means, but if anyone out there was still unsure about whether to buy it, I say go for it. If you can afford it and your PC can handle it, absolutely go for it. Can mine handle it? Meh. Kind of. I have an NVIDIA RTX 4060 and AMD Ryzen 2700X and 32 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, if you want to support me so I can upgrade my CPU, you know what to do. Anyway, with nothing else to add, I'm out. See ya.